Firebirds. The kick taken at the 10-yard line for Shawnee Mission South. A little hole there and a great return on the opening kickoff. That's Nick Breckenridge across the 40-yard line. They're walking down at the 42 in great starting position for the Raiders.
Yeah, that is a little unusual based on last week anyway. I thought the kick coverage was excellent. Guys were in their lanes, had strong lane discipline, and they got 2 or 3 guys to the carrier, to ball carrier to bring him down. But they got there, and a return game, South takes advantage.
Kevin Stewart was the new head coach 3 years ago here at Free State tonight. The new head coach is Nick Foster. His first year running the Shawnee Mission South Raiders. Goes over from Mill Valley, a very successful program, as we all know, that has just really maybe been the best team in Kansas the last several years. First down and 10, they'll hand it off. The Raiders up the middle. A gain of 3, maybe 4 across the 45-yard line. And the handoff to number 5, Carter Dewberry.
We're on the road, and you start the game with a good kick return, and then get a solid 4-yard gain on your first play from scrimmage. South off to a good start right now.
It'll be second down and 6. Matt Scholes, Darian Cobbins, Ben Holler, Jaden Murph, and James Drake. The 5 up front, mentioned the senior quarterback in Mason Close, Carter Dewberry. Number 11, you'll see Alex Pavlou back there as well. Steve Davey and Nick Breckenridge, your wide receivers. So second down and 6 from the 46-yard line. Raiders into our territory, a big run across midfield into a Firebird territory. That'll be a first down to the 44.
Run down by Jet Denise.
Dewberry again, Jet Denise there on the tackle, but a great first possession here offensively for Shawnee Mission South.
I mentioned line play, as we open the game, and right now, South's offensive line pretty much having their way.
Clean my truck out recently, so on my
Free State defense, it's Brian Lane along with Ty Newhouse, Anthony Lewis, Caden Thomas up front, linebackers Quez Lee, Josiah Nash, Colton Berger, Sam Bielchik back to Jet Deneen, Grant Gregory, and Jalen Jordan in the secondary. So it's been a successful drive so far. This time they'll fake the handoff to Dewberry. Mason Close going to keep it himself, but he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage back to the 47.
Loss of 3 on the play.
Colton Berger, the linebacker, steps up. Loss of 3 yards. It's going to be second down and 13.
Okay, first tackle for loss for Colton Berger. He had 3.5 last week. TFL.
Spent a lot of time in the backfield, didn't he?
Yes, he did, and that's where you'd like to see him.
The Firebirds defense now putting the Raiders offense in the position that it would rather have it. Just under 10 minutes here, first quarter, first possession of the game. Close this time, will hand it back to Dewberry. Dances to the left side for maybe a yard, maybe 2 to the Firebirds. Right there, it's going to bring up a third down and 11.
49. Colton Berger on top, gain of 2.
Now that's Berger on the stop again. Still keeping South in a third and long at 3rd and 11 right now.
South going to need to get to the Firebird 34-yard line to pick up that first down. So maybe the question here for Coach Nick Foster is to say 2 downs to get 11 or just 1?
All depends on this one.
Close is going to throw it for the first time tonight, looking left, and that ball in and out of the hands of his intended target. That's Stephen Davey. He would have been very close to the first down, right around that 35-yard line.
Yeah, I think if they have a play that nets them several yards, then I think you go for it now at 4th down and 11. We'll see what South thinks about going for it.
I mentioned South 0-1 on the season, did not score last week. We'll see how aggressive Nick Foster wants to be here. And for the Firebirds, 45-yard line, 4th down and 11. Raiders are going to go for it. Mason Close in the gun. He's going to run it right up the middle left side. He's got some room. Firebirds trying to get there. Those dives for the positive, but I think he's going to come up just shy on the far sideline. They'll mark it down at the 37. Firebirds hold, and Free State will take it over. First down and 10. In fact, they'll mark it at the 38-yard line.
So Free State had to be on the alert for a quick kick there out of that formation. That happened twice last week. And one of those kicks worked out very well. The other one didn't, but still, out of that particular formation, certainly the quick kick was in play.
So first and 10 Free State from its own 38-yard line. 9:02 remaining here, first quarter. First possession for the Firebirds, and it did not take the mean green long last week, Coach Hershiser, to get things rolling on offense.
Well, again, that big play, that quick strike capability that Free State has and has had for quite a while.
Whistle before this one gets started. See if this was on the offense or the defense. Looks like it may be a 5-yard penalty on Shawnee Mission South, so this makes things a little bit simpler for Free State. Well, if you know anything about Free State, then you certainly should be familiar with the name Deneen. Jet, the fourth of the brothers to come through, the youngest. So after this, we got to find some other family. Quick handoff here, Dash Cleveland, left side for Cleveland.
Good one to start with.
14 carries, 72 yards in week number 1, but a great start tonight. 8:41 remaining first.
Coach Stewart wants a little more up-tempo, get a lot of snaps in.
Jet Deneen on the keeper here, fakes it to Cleveland. He's brought down to the backfield, and a nice play from Ben Danaher, the 3-year sophomore, the linebacker for Shawnee Mission South. A loss of 3 will move it back to the 34.
A little ragged that play, don't you think? Probably a lot of that has to do with Danaher, who made that penetration.
We had a chance to talk to Coach Foster earlier this week, and he said, simply put, we've got to stop Jet Deneen. He cannot do what he did in week 1. If he does, we have no chance. Loss of 3 makes it second down and 13. Firebirds need the 21 for a first down, and another flag, and the Firebirds are clapping. And so the defense here of Shawnee Mission South a little over-eager, and somebody made the jump early. So we'll mark the 5 yards off down to the Raiders' 29-yard line. And instead of second down and 13, we'll call it second down and 8.
A much more agreeable down and distance.
And Deneen going to throw it this time. Looking left, throwing long into the corner, battle for the ball, and a nice defensive play. Right at the pylon, Jared Willis, the intended target. But a flag comes out right at the point of the deflection. That's going to be a defensive pass interference, or is it going to be an offensive pass interference?
I think that's offensive. I saw a little activity down there.
And they did. That's going to be on Free State. So Willits with the push-off right around the goal line. As that ball was tipped away. And a nice play down there. I think it was Jake Johnson, number 14. Just a sophomore. So from second down and 13 to second down and 8. And now it's going to be second down and a lot more. Football all the way back to the 44. Again, Free State needing the 21, so it's second down and 23.
You've got to play for that, right?
That's right. Yeah, a couple. They just ran it. I think from the gun again on second down and long. Deneen in trouble. Rolls out. Looks long. Got him in. Ball is caught. Touchdown. Free State. It's Jared Willits. That's the play. Second down and 23.
You called it down to the coaching staff, didn't you?
And what a great play from Jet Deneen rolling out, and number 3 breaking away straight down the middle of the field. He balled it for a moment, but Willits hauled it in, and that's his second touchdown in as many weeks.
Big play once again. The long strike from Deneen.
So extra point try on the way is up and good.
Kick is good.
And the Firebirds just like right on time. It's 7-0 with 7:25 remaining in the first quarter. Let's take a timeout. Free State on the board first. You're listening to Firebird Football.
Devin got his first TD, baby. Who? Devin got his first TD. How far? It was like a 3-yard carry, but
okay. What's the score?
9-6, 9-7.
I can get good with us. Sure.
When was the last time Katie scored on their first 2 drives? Starting a game.
Yes.
Okay. That's a good question. Right. Hey, Will. Nah, we're good.
Last time I played Missouri, probably.
Coach Christian here.
Okay, deal. That works.
Just keep talking to us, pal. This is good communication.
I know you're going to hate me, but I didn't turn up to the first or second quarter.
Cool.
Sounds good. What's Sophia's name? What's her last?
We'll probably be down by 30 at that point. Turn out, we're up by 3.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Ask her how she feels about the game tomorrow.
I'm sure they're all going to fire Frost as soon as it's over.
Number 6. Stephen Ndavi.
Rapid first possession for Free State coach Hershiser, but in the end, it's a 44-yard strike from Jet Deneen to Jared Willits. Meanwhile, Free State on top 7-0. Kicking off here, another nice return for Shawnee Mission South across the 25, close to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Raiders will take over their second possession of this game. And to the Raiders' credit, the first possession was not all lost, right? Right. Put a couple of first downs.
You know, back to that touchdown pass, and I'm going to say it again. It's a pleasure to have that kind of speed on your roster. And then when you have a quarterback like Deneen who breaks contain, all of a sudden he becomes a run threat. And so now the receivers are left out there one-on-one as other defenders come up on run support.
Tough to be a quarterback, a defensive back for that length of time. Close has some pressure on him. He's going to roll out all the way back inside his own 20 and then just unload one out of bounds. A couple of Firebirds in chase, including Brian Lane, the defensive end.
Flag down.
Flag on the play.
And, yep, right in that area.
So a holding penalty on Shawnee Mission South. And if the Firebirds choose to accept it, it'll move the football. Well, we'll see. So from the 30, 10 steps back to the 20. So second down, make it first down now. And 20 for Shawnee Mission South.
And this is Cole Mondi.
The biggest hitter in Lawrence High
38 freshmen
Oh, what
on the Shawnee Mission South team.
play is going to
Which is a good thing. It's a school record, and that's what Coach Foster's going to have to. That's what he's going to have to build this team back.
brewery after every game.
Yeah, because there's not a huge transfer portal for high school.
So high school is not accepting the college model just yet. Quick little pass out in the flat. And it's a huge hit out of the sideline. Oh, they pick up about 10 yards. Oh, my. A huge hit there from Free State. That was Jet Deneen. Landed on was that Nick Breckenridge.
Oh, pleased to meet you. Hope you get my name.
We got the play. Well spotted on that.
Huge hit, but a nice gain on first down back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 10. Firebirds on top. It's 7-0, 7:02 remaining in quarter number 1.
Yeah, that's what I had.
The Firebird defense with a nice stop after a first down or two on the first possession. See if they can make this a quick 3 and out. And another whistle before this one is snapped, and everybody pointing towards Shawnee Mission South again. It took too much time, a delay of game, and that is what, the third or fourth pre-snap flag? Yep. And a new team, new coach. These things happen, right?
Yeah, they do. And these are the kind of things that are really bothersome. You know, when you pick a hold, you can kind of understand, you know, some of the illegal formation, you know, illegal motion, those kind of things. Those are things that you really got to get ironed out.
So second down now in 15. Back to the ground, Dewberry breaks away. Boy, he looked like he was going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and a nice job by him to really pick up about 3 yards to get back to the 28 because that play simply had no chance.
Dewberry, 6 foot, listed at 6 foot and 185.
He looks bigger.
Running, he does. A running back, and he runs with authority.
Dewberry going to sub out and coming down for him on third down along Nate Herbert, wide receiver. So we'll see here. Last time on, what was it, fourth along, Mason Close just went with the quarterback keeper. Third down and 12 here. Raiders need the 40-yard line. Looking left, going to throw left. A lob near midfield, a battle for the ball, and almost a great juggling catch over there that would have been enough for a first down, intended for, like, Quan Dunbar. He's 6'6". A nice job by Cooper Jackson to be there on the play and knock it away.
Jackson in good coverage, but Dunbar at 6'6", it's kind of that Joel. Let's throw it up there and let our big guy come down with it.
Nico helped him out, taught him to box out and rebound.
Absolutely.
Look how he is. Jake looks like Jake Patch back deep for the Firebirds, standing in his own 31-yard line. Shawnee Mission South will punt for the first time tonight, and Mason Close is the punter, so always keep an eye there, but wouldn't expect him to do anything here, trailing 7-0. Gets it off quickly. Patchen, fair catch call at the 37-yard line. And that's where the Firebirds will take over, first down and 10 for their second possession tonight. But the Firebirds want to Craig on the second possession. You got a 3 and out, no first downs for the Raiders.
You take that first penalty, set them back a little bit, and obviously you're playing for a field position game. If you can get the stop and make them punt from fairly deep in their own territory. So Firebirds setting up in real good shape right here.
Pretty similar spot where Free State took over its first possession, which was a little ragged, but did result in a Free State touchdown. 6:10 remaining first quarter. Firebirds on top at 7-0. And Deneen and Cleveland back there together again. A little pitch play to Cleveland out wide. Evades one tackler, turns it upfield across the 40, across the 50. Another first down to the Raider 48-yard line.
It's good enough for a Free State Fire
tonight.
Big runs for Dash Cleveland so far. He looks more decisive tonight than he did last week. He just stuck his foot in the ground, made a cut, and then turned it upfield. And that is great to see from Dash Cleveland, the senior.
My guess is what you felt like maybe you saw last week is probably what this team saw in the film room last weekend. So a first down for the Firebirds and quickly into Raiders territory, and then the defensive lineman jumping just a little early up front for Shawnee Mission South. Looks like it could have been Matt Schultz.
After the penalty, 1st and 5 from your opponent's 44. Kevin, the playbook is wide open right now. Anything you want.
And the Firebirds will throw. Deneen with the play fake in trouble. Dances around, going to tuck it and run, and somehow he gets the first down. They pick up about 6 before he's drilled down at the 38-yard line. Hunter Dewberry there on the tackle.
The play, ball's left on the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, Firebirds.
Nice penetration from the Raiders, but again, Deneen, quick feet. He picked up a nice block in the backfield as well. So he turns it up, he's able to make that first down.
Really a pretty nice play defensively for Shawnee Mission South, but Deneen just keeps those plays alive. They'll hand it off here on 1st and 10. Going to be a short gain on the ground. Dash Cleveland picks up a couple.
Second down.
Going to be second down, call it 9 from the 37-yard line. Raiders trying to get in the right spot. Free State taking its time here, looks to the sideline, and it's a different call from Kevin Stewart. So we'll see what Free State dials up here on second down and long. Clock rolling at 4:43 here in quarter number 1. And the ball is fumbled. Deneen picks it up, keeps the clock alive, finds Dash Cleveland on a little dump pass in the flat. He'll pick up a first down inside the 30 down to the 26. Could have been disaster. Instead, it's a first down.
Good composure there. Deneen understood what he had there. He was able to pick it up. Didn't get in the big hole. Found his first option, which was Cleveland, which is a pretty good first option coming out of the backfield with that kind of speed.
Correction, 28.
A nice little toss out in the flat to Dash. And he was ready, and it's a first down. Football down at the 28-yard line. Free State on the move again already. On top, it's 7-0. Long completion from Deneen to Willis for the first score, and there's another jump there from Shawnee Mission South. And this one's going to be James Drake on the right side. And so that'll make it 1st and 5 for Free State down at the 23. It's looked pretty easy so far for Free State. Shawnee Mission South making it easier. Deneen going to keep it himself, runs it to the left side, gets one block. Sneaks the hole, stays on his feet. Deneen on his feet again. It's going to score a touchdown. Unbelievable run on the right side. Deneen stays on his feet from 23 yards out. And the Firebirds are on the board for the second time tonight.
And was that Dash Cleveland laying the big block in the backfield for him? So how about that combination there? Dash with a good block. Deneen does a great job keeping his feet moving, his shoulders square, and maintaining that pad level, just making it harder for people to bring him down.
Could have been brought down on several occasions. Extra point all the way from Aaron Cooper's up and good, and the Firebirds lead it 14-0 with 3:45 remaining in quarter number 1. Let's take a timeout. We're back to Free State after this.
What, shades of Tommy Fraser?
Whoa, how many times?
Man, an impressive start here in quarter number 1 for the Free State Firebirds. A huge win last week, 49-21 over Shawnee Mission Northwest, and already a 14-0 lead over Shawnee Mission South here with 3:45 remaining in the first quarter. Firebirds kicking off yet again. This one yet again going to Breckenridge. He's had a couple of nice returns. He breaks one tackle across the 30, stays on his feet, gets to the 36.
Brought down the play by Gavin Blanchard.
So first down and 10 from that spot for Shawnee Mission South. Third possession of the night. They're working rights at the Raiders' 36-yard line.
Yeah, the return, well spotted on the 36-yard line.
Well, pretty decent field position again. The key is, can South maintain a lengthy drive here to kind of get this field, at least get this field position game turned around.
And limit some of the mistakes. The penalties tonight have been the mistakes.
Yep.
Mostly pre-snap mistakes. Close, ready to roll. Going to throw it on first down. A nice toss sideways out in the flat. Ball caught. Going to be a pickup of about 7.
Brought down the play.
Yeah, if I'm going to throw it to a guy, Quan Dunbar is the guy I want to throw it to as a quarterback. He looks like a giant out on this field at 6'6".
Well, he's got a big frame, so he's got a big catch radius, and then you know, he can take a short pass like that and absorb some contact and make very positive yards out of it.
Yeah.
He gets 6 yards on the catch and run, brings up second down and 4. Very manageable down now for the Raiders. Take their time. Ben Johnson in the backfield on this one, going to try to throw it out to Dunbar again. A nice throw, a nice catch, but he backpedals about 5 steps. He may actually lose a yard or 2.
Number 1, Quan Dunbar.
And a flag down again in the backfield.
Brought down the play by
Close rolling outs. Trying to find a receiver. Dunbar was open over here in front of the Free State bench. Made a nice grab, but after he did, instead of turning upfield, he turned in the opposite direction. Flag goes on Shawnee Mission South. So instead of second down and 4 from the 42. It's going to be a 10-yard holding penalty, and the football will all the way back to the 28. So second down now and 18. In another situation, the Raiders are going to have a tough time getting out of it.
You penalize yourself into a tough down and distance right now, so this would be the time that Free State just kind of lets it fly, gets after the quarterback.
Close.
Nowhere to go. I had nowhere
to even look to throw it. He sacked for another huge loss. Several Firebirds back there.
Brian Lane celebrating.
Brian Lane and Ty Newhouse.
Looks like Ty Newhouse. Two guys that you should be used to those names over the years.
Oh, yeah.
But a huge loss all the way back to the 18-yard line. So a drive that started so promising For Shawnee Mission South, he had a first and 10 at the 36-yard line. You've lost 18 already. It's going to bring up third down and 28. You need to get to your own 46-yard line for a first down, and now you're seeing some of the mistakes, Craig, I think that this team probably encountered last week when it got shut out against Olathe North.
So you had a couple of big dudes from the defensive line of Free State really getting after it, beating the blocks, getting back into the backfield, and Free State, I think, had hoped tonight to put a lot of pressure down just with their down linemen, not have to blitz anybody and not show a lot, their defensive scheme in tonight's game.
Quick timeout from Shawnee Mission South. But Craig, let's talk about that Free State defense last week. We talked about the offense quite a bit, put 49 points on the board. Surrendered 21. Is that a little misleading? The defense played last week?
Yeah, I thought I gave a lot of credit to the quarterback who really kept his composure, just kept standing in there and trying to make plays. It was a tough night for him, obviously. And really what stood out last week in the second half, Free State had 3 consecutive 3-and-outs. And then immediately after that was the lengthy pick 6. So I thought they really stepped it up in the second half with their defensive effort.
So back in action, a minute 32 remaining first quarter. Free State already on top. It's 14-0. And it's third down and 28. And we've seen this kind of on a long situation. Don't want to make a mistake. Firebirds, be careful down there. A couple of hits really close to the sideline as Close keeps it across the 20. No flags, but that'll get it to the 24, and at least by the punting unit, a couple more yards. Free State has added 2 possessions, and the Firebirds have scored 2 touchdowns, and they are about to get it back for the 3rd time tonight. So Patchen back at his own 37, and Close standing at his own 11. Gets the snap cleanly this time. Punts it away from Patchen, and if he gets a nice roll here, it's going to be a great punt. It does get a nice roll. Inside the 30, inside the 25, and down all the way at the 22-yard line. So a dynamite punt. 50-plus yards on that one, and the Firebirds will take over really the deepest Free State's had to start in its own territory tonight with a minute 12 remaining in this first quarter.
Yeah, that punt worked out extremely well. And I would say, too, good job on the return by really not trying to flirt with trying to field that thing, because a lot of times those turn into a real disaster. So heads up play. I know the ball rolled quite a bit, and the Firebirds are taking over on their own 22, but better that than risk some kind of a muff or a bobble and turn the ball over.
And again, just penalties. Been the mistakes tonight. Shawnee Mission South. It'll be a first down and 10. Firebirds from their own 22. Bash Cleveland back there with Jet Deneen. Jet looking to throw. He's looking to throw long. Jordan Brown's down there just off the fingertips at Shawnee Mission South's 45-yard line.
Number 6, Jordan Brown.
Awfully close to a 78-yard touchdown catch and run.
Yeah. So last week, Free State run a lot of deep posts, just breaking the route off right in front of the corners who were playing who were playing back in kind of soft coverage. This week, it's a little bit more on the vertical routes, it looks like. And Deneen showing plenty of arm on that pass right there.
And really close. A good toss. It was on the fingertips of Brown. He just couldn't quite follow it in. Deneen going to throw it again. Very similar pass, this time looking for Wentz. And a one-handed interception by Shawnee Mission South. And Wentz grab by Nate Herbert.
Great job.
Wow, that was a heck of a play right there, and all credit to Herbert on that interception. But I will say this: it looked like Jet had his mind made up from the minute he took the snap, just where he was going to go.
So Herbert with the one-handed diving catch at the South 43-yard line, but a dynamite play, and the first turnover of the night goes to Shawnee Mission South.
They won't be strangers for long. After the turnover, ball spotted on
Willis, the intended target, but Herbert had position the entire way. I know that again, Coach Stewart, he wanted to do some other things, get more people involved in the offense. And certainly taking a shot there with Jordan Brown. You got the touchdown to Willits early. On the flip side, we do the Shawnee Mission South. Newton ahead to stop Jet Deneen. Under a minute now, first quarter. First and 10, a little toss out to the left side. And into Free State territory now on the catch and run.
Number 11, Alex Pablo.
Nice catch, Alex Pavlo. Down to the 48, so call it a pickup of 9, but there's no flag on the play. Looks like they're talking it over with Shawnee Mission South. He's maybe on Free State. So a penalty here on Free State.
Major penalty.
Yes.
And so that'll move the football deep into Free State territory down to the 33.
And yeah.
Does it look like a penalty to you, Coach?
I did not, and I didn't clearly see the referee's signal, but between the play and the penalty yardage, that turned into a big snap for Shawnee Mission South.
Dewberry back there with close to get the handoff this time, running straight ahead. Nice tackle from Josiah Nash, the Firebirds, the 5'10", 200-pound senior. And a pickup of 1 for Carter Dewberry.
Gain of 1 on the play.
He's 6 foot 185.
32 yards.
I'm telling you, he looks bigger than that, Craig.
Yeah.
I don't want to tackle him.
And Nash at 200.
A big collision.
That's going to get there for Free State dominates 14-0, but Shawnee Mission South is on the move. Let's take a timeout. We're back to West Lawrence after this.
Dance team to for tonight's performance. Now we're Shawnee Mission South. Great field position all the way down.
But you know, my
Couple sessions now has been able to put a couple
favorite
things
player
together.
is going to the 23rd Street Brewery.
He said it's maintaining those efforts and being able to put plays one after another, because I don't see them with a big strike capability, so they're going to have to be able to hang on to the ball and run a good number of plays in order to get a score.
Kansas football team playing tonight as well. But we figure most people are listening to this. They'll catch the KU score a little bit later, right?
Oh, heck yeah.
Always. But we did hear a rumor. Devin Neal from Lawrence Lions scored his first touchdown of the night and his first touchdown of his Kansas career in the first quarter. Lions in action tonight as well. Keep an eye on that game. First, though, second down and 9 here. So we get started in quarter number 2. And a short gain on the handoff to Dewberry. And the Firebirds looks like Anthony Lewis, 52, stepping in. Maybe a loss of a yard and a half.
Colton Berger and Anthony Lewis.
So third down now and call it 11. Raiders need to get to the Free State 23-yard line.
Berger in on that tackle too, so his big night last week is extended into this Friday night as well.
Yeah, it is.
So
Dewberry back there behind Mason Close. Looking to throw it to the right side of the ball. Almost tipped. Instead, it's caught. It's shy of the first down, but hit the big fella again. It's Quan Dunbar, but boy, Free State Firebird almost got a hand on it. On that right side.
Yeah, you were about ready to start looking the other way to see that interception return, but boy.
7-yard completion, though, makes it a manageable fourth down. It's going to be fourth down and 4.
All right, Firebird fans.
Game of inches, right? Isn't that what they say?
Just gotten a finger on that. Would have been fourth down and 11. Got a couple fingers on it. Might have been 21-0.
Yep.
So we'll see what Coach Foster's got dialed up here on fourth down. Dunbar wide to the right. Dobby wide to the left. Close fires along, looking for Dunbar down near the goal line. He was double teamed, and a flag comes out very late down at the 4-yard line. That appears to be in the area of pass interference. We'll wait here for the call.
Close had to get rid of the ball much sooner than he wanted to. That route just hadn't developed yet, but I think maybe Free State let him off the hook with that flag down there near the goal line.
It is on Free State, so a first down for Shawnee Mission South coming up, and this will keep the drive alive on 4th and 4. And as you mentioned, close out unloaded so early. Yeah, pressure from Free State coming, and I'd done the same thing. I said, throw it to the 6'6" guy, right? See if he can get a rebound for you. But Free State was there, but the coverage was a little too tight.
So you wouldn't have been one of those prototypical stand in there, take the hit, and still deliver the ball quarterback?
It's like, where's my 6'6" guy? Be ready, because it's coming. Yeah, it's coming quick. So first down and 10 now for the 14. Five on top, 14-0. South trying to cut in to that deficit. Fake it to Dewberry. Quick toss over the middle. It is caught very close to the goal line. Nice catch there from, looks like Alex Pavlou. And they'll get it all the way down to the line. It'll be a first down and goal and just a quick little slant there.
Nice pull. We hadn't seen that yet. No. Good time to pull that one out. That play was brand new for the Free State defense tonight.
As we mentioned, South has not scored yet this season. 5 scoreless quarters to start the year. But a yard away here from not only scoring, but making this a 14-7 game. Dewberry back in there behind close. You got Davy out on the right. They'll hand it to Dewberry, and he's close. Nope, he's going to lose a yard or two.
Well, I expected that to go to Dewberry, and so did everybody wearing a green helmet.
And so that'll back him up to the 3, maybe even the 4-yard line by the time they spun it. So a nice job of the interior defensive line there of Free State. The clock continues to roll at 9:20. South trying to take its time here, shorten the game a little bit. Free State obviously calling plays much quicker on offense. But boy, what a surge of confidence this would be for Shawnee Mission South. A couple mistakes early, you get the turnover, and then maybe you cash it in here. Nobody back there with close on second down and goal, and they're going to call the timeout. The clock may have been ready to expire once again, and so Shawnee Mission South will start things over. That's the last timeout. I think that's all 3 of their timeouts already. With still 9 minutes left here in this first half.
And that's, you know, coach, that's confusion.
I mean, we're in quarter number 6 of a new coach and a new era.
I was going to say that's indicative of a new coach and a new system, like you said. And you don't want to lose your chance right here and penalize yourself into a longer down.
Take that time out. Keep that kind of stuff over. I suspected your dad's hand out.
Free State, the battle cry is just the opposite, right? Okay, these guys haven't scored yet. Keep them out of the Let's back them up again, force them, have to make a decision on
Make sure it's something we haven't done yet, and everything's so new, we may not know the process. So second down now and goal from the 4.
Ooh, we spread it out a little bit.
4 or 5 wide receivers, 1 man in motion. Close going to try to run it on the right side. Gets out wide, tried to turn the corner. He dives to the pylon, and it's a touchdown for Shawnee Mission South. 4-yard carry for the quarterback, Mason Close, and South is on the board for the first time this season.
So a different formation. We talked about that first, that pass play that got him down to the goal line being a different play. And so now they're lined up in a different formation, really spreading people out. Good move, I think, to spread that defense. And it gives Close a little operating room. And it wasn't easy. You know, he really had to weave his way into it. But
on the field at around the 6th, and a Firebird down on the field. And Coach Kevin Stewart's over there. Hold on. And both players slowly getting up. Free State looks like number 10, Josiah Nash. And it looks like he's working that left arm or left shoulder. So we'll keep an eye on number 10 for Free State. And then for the Raiders, still down. On the field, I think there's some concern for this one. Well, certainly a timeout here. Let's take one, too. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back to Free State. 8:51 left in this first half. Firebirds on top. It's 14-6.
Taking their time out there.
Yeah.
Which you would certainly expect.
Sent them to Annapolis.
8:30 athlete.
Nobody ever come over there.
Whatever the delay is,
Yeah, here it comes.
take your time. Let's take care of
So
this.
they're trying to decide what
8:51 remaining. First half is 14-6. Raiders scoring their first points of the season. 4-yard touchdown run by quarterback Mason Close.
Pretty much same.
Pretty much. Extra point But the TV, her camera really zoomed in really tight, so I could just watch it on the screen. I knew everybody was, and then I could look up.
But at least when you get
But I knew tonight up here, North Carolina,
that's all right.
Well, they ran over there to go to the car.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
what's the Lord's not doing?
Yeah, you can get some real good prices over there, just depending on how long you have.
That interception results in a score. And we've got the extra point coming up. Yeah, so if the special teams kicking game is ready, this could be 14-7 here in just a few minutes.
So Cam Wiseman, number 46, on to attempt the extra point. This is a kid pulling double duty now. He's a senior.
For the Raiders, number 46.
Cam Wiseman splits the stage. That's soccer practice. Runs over to kick for the football team. And Coach Foster said he's been dynamite so far. He gets his first chance here at an extra point. It is on the way. It is up, and it's just perfect.
Kick is good.
Pretty good. Like I said,
Free State 14. Shawnee Mission
8:51
South.
remaining first half. 14-7. Firebirds on top. We're back after this.
Introducing the 2021-2022 Free State Cheerleaders under the direction of head coach Dina Johnston. Deanna Booth. Vincent Pratt. Addie Butler. Shani Finkelby. Alicia Freeland. Sora Gilman. Maddie Harris. Riley Honeyman. Olivia Hunt.
This is
Kayla
called Mondi.
Keene. Cheyenne Cooler. Ashley Mai. Kaylin McAleese. Vivi Ripple. Addison Ross. Caroline Scarborough. Brooklyn Shepley. Alera Thomas. Ellie Trummel. Mackenzie Vaughn. And Evan
Or
White.
whatever, Matt. But you know my favorite
I don't think we get paid overtime. I don't think it's fine.
I think we're not going to 3 years.
play is going to the 20.
No, you're fine.
Hinkle die.
What is it really?
They don't ever tell me.
Ray Finkel?
Yes.
That's too old for Evie. She wouldn't know that.
But anyway, what is it?
Hinkle die.
Back at Free State High School, Kevin Rory, Craig. First guys are with you. Firebirds scored on their first possession, Craig. Scored on their second possession. Turned it over on the other possession. And about to get
Swinson, I do appreciate it.
Here we go, 14-7.
What's up?
Second, Swinsy's kick return game.
Hi. What's up?
That's
Good,
First time tonight.
That's probably too old for her. Also,
No.
Cleveland's back
You
deep.
know that
He will
reference?
not get a chance. That's
Never
how
known.
lands
Yes,
like a
I
wedge
was
at the
raised
25.
one.
You what?
Zion Nash shot there by the side back.
Muted?
That's all.
And he falls on
I
right
know
there.
there was
First down, 10.
Okay.
Free State.
Colton Berger on
timeout.
timeout.
Ball spotted on the 45-yard line. Timeout, Free State.
So with 2:02 remaining in the second quarter, timeout Free State. Firebirds on top. It's 14-7. And another was just ragged all through the possession that goes back for us. That has been the norm for both teams here.
You start
Since Free State got off to a quick start, Firebirds led the stick 14-0. But things have changed here in the second quarter. That was all in the first quarter. South scoring for the first time this season. And got the football down just
Firebirds doing a nice job collapsing the pocket on that last play.
Having said that,
And then enforcing a fumble.
correct.
And then, honestly,
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Goes out like he's going to run because the tendency will be to take quarterback down and start to relax, but defense stayed in the game and then made that tackle on the attempted recovery.
So Patrick going back to receive this punt, standing at about his own 18.
Back to receive for the Firebirds.
First half of this game, 8-20. Boy, and we still got a minute 49 remaining in the second quarter.
I'm sorry, Kevin, for cutting you off. We were gambling that with that formation and then the way South lined up. There was no safety help. I mean, if you want to take a shot, that could pay off huge.
You and I see a lot of Free State football games. This play was tight.
Yeah.
I mean, that ball was inside the one. I'm trying to think if the knee took off on a long run, if a Murphy run, a twin run, off on a long run. Years but Jake Lawrence took off on a long run. We're going deep in the archives here.
At Lawrence High, quite a few years ago, running back with Preston Shea. He had a great, I thought the ball was inside the 5, and he turned it up for a long touchdown.
Don't be surprised here. Free State maybe spread the field and keep an eye on Denise. Might be a keeper to try to get some space. Firebirds back out there. A minute 49 on snap. It's Jet. And he's out of the end zone and across so that's the 5-yard line to 6. At least a little breathing room for Free State. Rolls under now, minute 40.
Even in doubt, gain of 5 on the play. Ball spotted on the 6-yard line.
And Free State not in a hurry here. Play clock at 22-21. And unless they're able to just break along when not anticipate Firebirds trying to put a drive together. You don't want to make a mistake.
Yeah, it could be, but when things are getting on, maybe. Coach, they're going to come your way. Watch come down the outside.
And Jet this time had some confusion. It looked like he wanted to hand that off to the left side. I think Dash ran the ball carrier. That's going to be a loss of a yard or two. And so the Free State, though, really can probably take one more snap, take a knee, and even run the ball. But
loss of 2
a guy
on
like
the play.
Janine might just snap it to him and say, hey, just run.
Third down.
See what you can make out of it.
Yeah, never work. And again, coming up at halftime, our 23rd Street Brewery halftime show. I've not done one of these. Craig Hershiser has, so I don't know if the show will include. It's the homecoming halftime. I'm sure it will not be an abbreviated one.
quarter number 3. It's 35-7. Let's take a quick timeout. We're back after this.
Cameron says hi. Oh,
All right. No, I'm glad we can hear now. Richie, if you guys can hear us, sorry about that. Yeah, the phone just died. I don't know if it was the cord or what, and so I have my phone cord, and I plugged it into that, and it luckily powered back up, and for some reason I was able to remember the password.
You actually knew it?
Yeah, he told me it's like 105.9 or something.
Oh,
just to get
okay.
in. But that's why I typed in 1320 at first because I couldn't remember what it was.
Oh, okay.
He literally told me just sitting here.
Did I talk too early when I said Cameron says hi?
Probably not.
Okay.
I didn't hear the commercial break, but you're fine.
Okay.
Did he laugh probably when he saw it?
Yeah. Nice kick. Oh!
Well, a big kick there from Free State. That one goes through the end zone, so a touchback once again for Shawnee Mission South, and the Raiders have pretty much gone backwards, Craig Hershiser, in this third quarter.
Yeah, it's been a tough third quarter for them. They've really had very little success stringing consecutive plays together, and again, the penalty theme continues as well. So second half shaping up pretty tough for them right now as they're down by 28 with a score of 35-7.
Escalated quickly, as they say. Close now to the air, and a quick completion. No, it's an interception.
Wow.
The Firebirds come out with a dandy interception. No, they're going to call it incomplete. Nope, maybe they're changing their mind. It's an interception. If it is that Quez that came up with it? I think that's Quez Lee, a long decision on it, but on one play, he picked that one right off the turf. Somehow comes up with it, and Free State's going to have the football back at the Shawnee Mission South 26-yard line.
First and 10, Firebirds.
Well, and things here, you said this could get out of hand quickly.
Yep.
Coach Hershiser, and you were very prophetic in that statement. And a dandy play from Quez Lee.
Oh, Kevin, that was my second career being a prophet.
Was it? What was the first one?
Well, long-time teacher.
Nostra Cregus.
Yeah.
So 5:32 remaining, and Free State's got his offense right back on the field. And the Firebirds win more. Deneen, all kinds of time, and a flag comes our way down the field. This pass maybe almost intercepted back. Looking in the corner for, looked like Jordan Brown, but maybe a hold on the defense down there?
That's got to be a
hold, right?
Holding in the secondary. I got to believe that. Well, that's the classic thing, right? You get a turnover deep in territory, and everybody's always thinking, let's just go for it right now. And I think Coach Stewart, that's exactly what he was thinking. Let's hang one on him right on the heels of this turnover.
So a nice crowd out tonight for homecoming, big student turnout. Like I said, I was a little disappointed that Craig didn't show up for a country western night. No, he just saves the chaps for Saturday nights, right?
Oh, man.
Is that right?
I knew that was coming. I knew it.
So I gave you just a second. You could have said you couldn't borrow mine in time. Bring it here, but little throw out in the flat here to Patchen's going to be incomplete from Jet Deneen on first down. So they'll bring up second down and 10. Clock will stop at 5:18. A 35-7 game. Free State on top. The Firebirds have already scored 3 touchdowns in this third quarter. Second down and 10, play clock down to 15. And good news, it looks like Tay Ware is back in there for the Firebirds in the backfield. Two wideouts, split wide to the left, one to the right. They'll hand it to Ware. Nowhere to go. Try to get to the outside. And he's finally wrestled down after a short gain. And a nice tackle there. Grant Jennings in on the play.
Before the snap, I was thinking they got 2 downs for sure to make this, a 3rd and 10, but they lose a couple. They're going to go for it anyway.
And it appears they did. Back to the 18-yard line. Call it 3rd down and 12. See how aggressive the Firebirds want to be here with a 4-score lead. Deneen fakes the handoff to Ware, turns, looks to throw, runs out of room, but stays on the sideline, runs over to Fender, gets inside the 10, and that makes this decision probably a little bit easier. Jed Deneen is not running out of bounds, is he?
No, he's his attitude of quarterbacking is well, it's not
similar to his brothers who played. If you're familiar with them,
exactly. Yeah, certainly not. Certainly not the Tom Brady model.
I think no, not unloading it and stepping out of bounds. I think Adam Barman coined the phrase with Jax Deneen that he was tackling him was like trying to tackle a bowling ball with butcher knives.
Yeah.
So, and you've seen him at K-State, what he's done, just blowing up tacklers coming for Deuce. Meanwhile, a little toss to the end zone here on 4th down, and it's another touchdown for Free State. That one looked awful easy.
Awful easy. 2 receivers on the right. They put a lot of pressure on that secondary there, and
that's another one to Patchen. And the Firebirds now increasing the lead to 41-7. And with 4:27 left in this 3rd quarter, the Firebirds have already scored 4 touchdowns in this quarter. Kick is up and good, and I have to check in and get some ice for Adam Coop's leg. He's been active tonight. Firebirds rolling. Let's take a timeout. We're back to Free State after this.
So Clint, oops.
No, what about Clint? I don't know what their score is. What I said was earlier, 20-7. And back to Free State High School, a 42-7 game here is Free State. 28 points, Craig?
Yep.
The Firebirds have scored almost as many points in this 3rd quarter as these 2 teams combined for penalty flags in the first half.
They have.
Is that fair?
Yeah, pretty fair, yeah. 4 touchdowns this quarter.
And one of those plays, there were 3 flags, but only 1 counted. So our numbers may not be exactly right. Enough about the flags, though. Back to football. And Shawnee Mission South now just needs to establish something simple. Just a couple of positive plays on offense. I'm not sure there's been a positive play in this 3rd quarter. We'll see if it can happen here on the kickoff to the 30. And not Breckenridge this time. That was Steven Nadavi on the return. First time I think he's returned one tonight.
Once again, the return game sets the Raiders up on the 30.
All right, let's see where this drive ends.
Yeah, not spectacular, but solid, Cleanly field the kickoff, positive yards on the return.
And the play clock's down to 9, and the Raiders just breaking the huddle. They'll have to hustle here.
And timeout.
And, just simply put, these are game 2, first-year coach things that happen.
They are, and it points out, to, really how organized your sideline needs to be. You transition your return game off, the offense back on, get the play called, get out of the huddle, and get up to the line of scrimmage and run your plays. So the organization, it takes a while to get that established. Everybody's got to know what they're supposed to be doing. The players do, the coaches do. It's just, as you said, second game, new coaching staff. It's just takes a little bit of time to get that settled.
So first down and 10 now for South from the 30-yard line. 4:19 remaining third quarter. 42-7 our score. Free State on its way to a 2-0 start after going winless in COVID 2020. Here's close. Stumbles forward for maybe back to the line of scrimmage, but Free State's right there. We're going to give him a loss of 1. It'll bring up second down and 11. I'll push it back to the 29. And it looks like an injured Firebird maybe down momentarily. And jumping up and getting off, looks like Anthony Lewis. Maybe a little left elbow, left arm.
Yeah, he's flexing that left arm a little bit, so maybe, I don't know, something with the hyperextension maybe, something along those lines.
So he's up and off the field, back to action. 4 wide receivers for close on 3rd and 11. He'll dump it off in the left flats, and the Firebirds are right there. Going to be no gain. It'll bring up 4th down and long. And Free State's defense is doing a great job there.
Kevin, that is something that we talked about last week, the pursuit of the Firebird defense and how they got to the football. Not just one tackler, but 2 or 3 tacklers, and we saw it right there. Good pursuit angles, 2 guys on the tackle, gain of about 2, maybe. So, and historically, this team has really tackled well in space.
So James Johnson on the catch, going to bring up 3rd down and 10. Another quick out on that left side. It's a completion, but it's going to be short of a 1st down. That's Johnson once again. But Free State's in on the tackle. That's Colton Berger. So Berger gets the stop. It's going to bring up 4th down and 4. 42-7, Free State in control. 14:52 left in this game. Looks like the punt team coming on. That's going to send out the return team for Free State. Close at his own 25. Patrick at his own 30, and that snap over the head of Close. He's going to pick it up, and can he get a punt off? He did. It's a pretty good one. Got it almost to midfield. And so the Firebirds get the football, but a great job by Close to get it away. And, you know, the same thing really happened to Free State in the first half, and it turned out to be a good thing because of the roughing the punter. I mean, it just, when you're a young team that's got a new coach, the good thing like that doesn't happen for you. And that's exactly the Free State, the experienced team, ends up getting the benefit here.
Well, and you know, you look at the snap over the head, and you immediately think disaster. But you know, good job there getting the kick away. It was not as disastrous as it could have been.
1st and 10 dash Cleveland. A yard, maybe 2. He's tackled by, looks like Jaden Murph. Number 77. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. And the clock rolling under 2:15 now. Firebirds have scored not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times in this 3rd quarter. Cleveland, along with Patch, and Cleveland and Patchen. And another flag. And this one's going to be on Shawnee Mission South. That'll move the football down to the 41. And we talked about all those freshmen earlier for Shawnee Mission South coming out, the 38, which is a good thing. Because you look at the sideline over there and you realize, man, it's a pretty small roster. I mean, these kids that are out there now are going to have to play a lot of football this year. You just don't have the numbers in the upper classes. Free State runs it again on 2nd down, and that will be enough for a 1st down. Spotted down at the 38-yard line.
on the 38-yard line. 1st and 10.
90 seconds remaining, third quarter. But, you know, I mean, the Free State Firebirds had how many great years in a row, Craig?
Oh.
And then you made the coach change, and it's been tough for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And that's for a program that was used to success. You know, in South, not quite in that situation. Handoff. Tay Ware looks pretty good here, running over defenders. Ware from the 38 all the way down to the 10. 28-yard pickup for Tay Ware. Knee looked okay on that run.
It did look okay, and not getting tackled, but delivering the contact. Tay Ware, good run up that left sideline.
Clock continues to roll. 40 seconds left, third quarter. First down and goal just inside the 10. Janine hands it back to Ware, left side again, almost the same play, and he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Free State.
Tay Ware wanted a little piece of that touchdown action, so 2 straight carries, and he finds himself into the end zone. And so now Firebirds about to kick for their 49th point.
It matches the total from week number 1,
from
correct?
last week. Yes, it does. Good job on the left side of that line. You know, you mentioned Chip Buddy earlier and how his emphasis always is what are those down linemen doing? I agree completely.
He'd be fired up right now.
That's where it starts.
It's a low kick, but it's up and it's good. And Adam Koop continues to stay perfect. 28 seconds left in the third. We'll keep it here, Craig, and chat about just another short drive and some more mistakes for Shawnee Mission South. But I get late in the game now too, and a young team that's not very deep is starting to get worn out.
Yeah,
too. And that defense has been on the field the entire third quarter.
Yeah, quite a bit. And so, the energy level is down a little bit, and they're probably, emotionally a little bit drained as well. And Firebirds are doing what they're supposed to do, and let's go out and take advantage of it. And as they did, with the offensive line, we talked about that just a minute or two ago. If you don't control that line of scrimmage, you don't win. That's just basic.
Simply put, at any level.
Just basic. So yeah, they've got Firebirds has some big fellas up front, and they can develop some depth, and with their size and the way they can run players in and out of the game, and so I don't care what you want to do. If you want to throw the ball a lot, or if you want to run the ball a lot, you need the guys up front to get it done for you, and historically that's been the case. You mentioned Coach Stewart. New coach. First year that he came in after Coach Lisher retired, they had a really good season. That's Tyler Bowden. They had a great season. Had an All-American high school All-American left tackle. They had a great offensive line, went a couple rounds deep in the playoff. Last year, so much adversity with the pandemic, kids in quarantine, missing games. They had to get their schedule was brutal. And I'll talk about that a little bit more in a sec.
Yep, another return here on the kickoff, fighting forward. Shawnee Mission South gets to about the 30-yard line. Looks like Breckenridge again on that one. But so much adversity last year, and you lose a couple of your best players.
Yep.
You didn't play every week.
Yep.
They only played 6 games, I think.
6.
I mean, you couldn't practice for long stints of time.
And so I think a lot of people could very well have been wondering, why are you playing even? I mean, what are those kids learning? Well, I really believe this. Coach Stewart turned that in, not to a teachable moment, but a teachable season about dealing with adversity, going out and competing like you're supposed to do, playing your best that you can play. And I really think we're seeing some of those lessons develop and pay off this season.
Low snap for Close, so pick up about 3, and that should do it for quarter number 3. We'll switch ends. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for Shawnee Mission South when we return. But, man, the third quarter belongs to Free State. We head to the final 12 minutes. Firebirds on top. It's 49-7.
Free State 49, Shawnee Mission South 7.
You can go a minute. What's that? We're doing okay. We went offline there at halftime, but we got it
1
back,
minute, please.
So.
The audio here is kind of been all messed up, but I think we got it for the second half.
What's the Joe score?
It's 25 or 35-22, and then
Okay. I'll take that.
Yep.
But they looked okay.
I mean, there was the difference in the game was a block punt for a stupid score, and
Yeah.
then they went for it in their own in the field with 4th and inches.
Didn't get it.
Didn't get it, and then they scored their touchdown goal at 35. I mean,
So 14 gift points.
so
Wow.
I mean, can't argue with the results so far.
They're covering.
Yep.
Counts as a win, right?
Correct.
I think I had Kansas start with spread.
Small victories.
We are ready to start quarter number 4. Kevin Romery, Craig Hershiser with you. Second down at about 8 for Shawnee Mission South. And can't say enough about Free State in that third quarter. 82-yard touchdown run from Cleveland, a 14-yard TD pass to Patchen, a 28-yard TD toss to Dash a little later, a 14-yard TD to Patchen later, and then Ware getting into the act there just at the end of the third. So what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touchdowns as Free State puts 35 points on the board. And we'll see how this fourth quarter goes, and I believe that might be the first South first down of the second half.
I think you're right. I was just listening to you rattle off the touchdowns. 5 scores, 3 different players. 3 different players. That tells you a lot.
So a handoff there on second down and 7, second down and 8, just enough to get the first down. And South will move it now from its own 41. Needing to get into Firebird territory for another first down. But boy, what an important fourth quarter this is for the Raiders. Just to do some positive things, head into next week. Hand it off to Ben Johnson. Not to be confused with the former Jayhawk and Baser Linwood Bobcat Ben Johnson. Or the Olympic gold medalist Ben Johnson.
Oh, that one?
A lot of Ben Johnsons out there, aren't there? But maybe related. I'm going to guess no.
Who's to say not?
You never know. I mean, you never know. So a pickup of about 3 to the 44. Second down at about 7. Johnson standing back there behind Close. He'll get the carry this time running on that right side, and he runs in a whole host of Firebirds. He never goes down, but a nice job by Free State to hold him up and stop him right there at the line of scrimmage. I believe Gregory was the first to wrap him up there.
I'll throw another Ben Johnson in there for you.
Let's hear it.
The veteran character actor, Ben Johnson. You saw him in a lot of cowboy movies.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he's here tonight. It's cowboy night.
He'd be pretty old tonight. Yeah, he was in a lot of John Wayne westerns.
Oh, now we're talking.
Oh, yeah.
Close back to pass here. Some pressure from Free State, and man, flags from 50 yards where that play took place. It's a completion for a gain of about 4, but I'm not sure. Those flags are a long way from the action, Craig Hershiser.
Yeah,
I mean, a long way.
In the defensive backfield on the total opposite side of the field. And what could we possibly have been thinking?
It's going to be on Free State, and this should give. Well, no, it started walking off the wrong. Nope, just backing it up to the original line of scrimmage. What are we doing here? Football should be at the 48 if the completion stands to make it fourth down at about 3, but they're going back to the 45. And this throw penalty is going to be on Free State, and it should be enough to give Shawnee Mission South, I would assume, a first down.
And nobody's bothering with a signal. Any kind of penalty call or anything?
Maybe a defensive holding in the secondary.
I got to believe it was, but you know what? If you're the DB in that situation, what are you thinking about? Because the play is going clearly away from you, so why are you mixing it up with your guy on this side of the field?
I have no answer.
Okay.
First and 10 from the 45. See if Shawnee Mission South can put together its first drive here of the second half. When I say their first drive, I mean first successful drive. A quick completion over the middle for about 5 yards. That'll make it second down and 5 from the 40. Couple completions for Close here on this possession. So we finally go under 9 minutes. It is 9:25. Got 9 minutes to go in this one. Lawrence High with a big lead in its game tonight. Gonna have two 2-0 teams here in town.
Yep.
That's always fun.
That's always fun. It's just so much better when your local teams are winning.
Ben Johnson up the middle, got the first down, but then fumbled. But it looks like South got the football back, and it's just enough for a first down at the 34 to pick up of about 6. Quick hitter right up the middle. And the Raiders moving the football. And as I mentioned earlier, really an important drive for them, I think. On an emotional night, you lose, one of your best linemen. Got to be thinking about him, and then just no success really since then.
No, not at all. And here's the thing: when you get in a situation like that, you start thinking in terms of, well, let's win this quarter or let's win this drive, because that's close, boy. I thought that was close to a clothesline.
Little pass out in the flat. Going to be about a 3-yard gain, but the tackle was up high. No flags. Catch made by Jake Johnson, and I believe the tackle was made by Dante Goodman. Some younger players now for Free State in the game. Try to mention some of those.
So when you go to watching film, then you want to be able to find the good things that your team did, because you can't just hammer away at the mistakes. So, like you said, this drive, I think pretty important. I agree with you. Pretty important to Shawnee Mission South.
2nd down and 7. There's Big Ben once again. Gets tripped up about the 26, but boy, when he gets moving forward.
Yep.
He's a load.
He's hard to bring down.
5'9", 180-pound sophomore. You're going to see him in this league for quite a while.
All right, then.
Kind of looks like a mini Jax Deneen, kind of a bowling ball of butcher knives coming at you.
When the scouting reports are written up, then opposing coaches will be tired of including his name.
Mm-hmm. 3rd down and short. Need about a yard. 6:36 remaining in this game. 49-7. Close. Fires it out right side. It's caught. It's a first down. And a few more inside the 20, inside the 15. And a nice gain that time on the completion. And again, that pass complete. It's Spencer Baker. He's had a couple of catches on this drive. And the Raiders continuing to move the football inside the 15. Plenty of time to punch it in here, trailing 49-7. That first score, though, came when it was a 14-0 game, and Free State, had about a 7, 8, 9-minute period there where this was a serious ball game.
Yeah, and the Firebirds did not look good, and the Raiders were looking better.
Back to the air, Close trying to dump it off at a Firebird. Right there, got his hands on it, knocked down by Wesley Edison. Edison, the sophomore, listed as a quarterback. Maybe the heir apparent possibly to Jet Deneen in years to come. We'll see.
Holding his hand, our quarterback. Jason Beans down the field holding his throwing arm.
So the incompletion brings up 2nd down and 10 now. From the 14, clock at 5:57 in the 4th. And a penalty flag. Pre-snap. That'll back it up 5 yards to the 19. And it'll make it 2nd down and 15. And still get a first down inside the 5. Snap back to Close. Spin, dump it off to Johnson on the left side. Nice move. Evades one tackler, then gets inside the 15 down to the 14. And he's finally wrestled to the ground by Josiah Nash.
So Johnson with a nice catch, and then the one cut to avoid one tackle. Not the speed to get away from very many people, but certainly, the dependable catch and run there.
I'm good to see number 10 back out there earlier. We saw him get a little nicked up, but looked fine on that tackle. And a 3rd down and 10 situation.
Josiah Nash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to think he must be the brother of Jalen Nash, who played here a few years ago. Played very well here a few years ago.
So Shawnee Mission South on 3rd and 10 wants to talk things over. A quick timeout with 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. But this has been a solid drive, and you'd hate for it to stall down here if you're the Raiders.
Well, it's what we saw in the first quarter. This is the kind of drive that they want. Takes up some time. They have positive yards. They take care of the football, and they're not turning it over, and they're continuing to control the clock.
Free State, meanwhile, would obviously love to keep them out of the end zone. They've done a pretty good job of that since the lone score back in quarter number 2 on the close keeper.
In this era of wide open football that we enjoy watching so much at the college and professional levels, I still think there's room for a simple formula. Pound the rock, control the clock, and you'll win some football games.
Well, we've seen Derby win a few games lately,
my
right?
goodness.
And I wouldn't consider that a spread offense.
No.
I mean, they may run some spread formations, but they don't throw it very often.
I'll tell you, those kids are tough.
Well, it kind of reminds you of old school Lawrence High School, doesn't it?
They do. Mm-hmm.
Close in trouble. Gets out of it, stays on his feet, and picks up a couple. But it's going to be 4th down and long as he's dropped at the 12. It's going to be about 4th and 8.
I always had the impression with Derby, they didn't really care who they were playing. They didn't care what the conditions were. If it was a nice evening, if it was bitter, cold, whatever. They came to play football, and they let you know that they came to play football.
So no real decision to make here. Close back there in the pistol once again. Ben Johnson behind him. 3 wide out, split wide to the right, 1 to the left. Trying to pick it up on 4th. Little lob to the corner. A jump ball, and it's caught.
Catch.
Is it caught? Touchdown, Raiders, and what a catch in the corner of the end zone. Stephen Davi over the top, and they just lobbed it up to him, and at 5'9", he's able to go up and get that football.
Good
Dynamite
job.
play.
Yes, good job by the quarterback handling that snap and then putting it up there on time for his receiver to jump up and catch the football. Again, a play we see a lot of at all levels. Just a little one-on-one matchup, and the receiver won.
So on for the extra point. It's Cam Wise, been in the soccer kid, no problem. He's had 2 chances tonight. He bangs them both through. It's 49-14. Let's take a timeout. Free State rolling. What do we do usually post? Do we take a quick timeout after the game and then come back and just wrap it up?
Yeah.
Take phone calls, have the call-in show?
Yeah.
Everybody got a question for Craig Hershiser about his great girls basketball teams?
Let me contribute to your education. Ben Johnson was a co-star in a movie called The Last Picture Show, which was the vehicle that turned a young Jeff Bridges into a movie star.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
And back to Free State High School as really my education continues from Craig Hershiser. We were talking about famous Ben Johnson. Let's finish the story here on the air.
Well, and then that movie, The Last Picture Show, is based on a novel by Larry McMurtry,
who just recently passed away.
Who did just recently pass away.
Big Texas guy.
Texas guy. He wrote Lonesome Dove. Mm-hmm. Hence the miniseries. Ben Johnson wasn't in it, but had he been, it would have been awesome.
He would have made it better.
He would have made it better. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know McMurtry lived just outside, I think, San Antonio. Forgetting what town, but kind of he had like his own shop or something. He ran something out there in West Texas.
Yeah.
Is this ringing a bell?
Yes, it is. Oh yeah.
I forgot. I forget exactly what it was.
He had an interesting
bookstore. He ran like a bookstore, like a library.
He had an interesting life and a prolific rider.
Yes, and Lonesome Dove clearly what he's known for. There's another penalty flag on the return here for Free States. And fighting, Firebirds across the 40. And see, the score is a blowout, but you're going to get some, some different guys. And I say different. Was that number 2?
Yeah,
that was Dash Cleveland.
I think it was Dash. You get into scores like that. Your special teams guys don't really change that much. They're going to run their top return guys out there because, look, you don't want to take any chances on punt and kickoff returns.
No. Not in a 49-14 game.
Nah.
And give some of the young kids a shot now, and we'll do our best to try to get their names on the radio and the stream. And
23-yard line. First and 10, Firebirds.
so after which penalty counted? Do we know?
Okay, you caught me. I wasn't paying attention.
I'm so used to it now. They'll mark it all the way back to the 23-yard line. And so we talk about some of those changes. Is that Wesley Edison, I think, out there at QB? We mentioned heir apparents. And he's going to hand it off on first down. And a gain of maybe 1 or 2. And that handoff. Got to start looking at the roster here. That's Jamarian Dolman, the 5'9", 150-pound junior. We mentioned no Dylan Farrell tonight in our injury report, which is, of course, brought to you by Advent Health Medical Group, primary care at Lawrence, which is formerly Family Medicine Associates. Second down and 8 now with 3:08 remaining. Edison from the pistol. Takes his time, and he's going to keep it here. He juggled that snap a little high. He's able to fall forward for 4, maybe 5 yards. Bring up third down and 3.
The sophomore Edison getting some snaps here at quarterback. With a fair amount of time left, actually, if they can grind out a first down, he'll get a few more. And Kevin, it's important to get some snaps for your backup quarterback because you never know when the injury bug hits, and you got to put a new guy out there.
So third down and 3 for Free State. Clock at 2:13. Another high snap. Edison, nice job of grabbing it. Pitch goes out wide to Dolman, and he is stopped well behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 5, maybe 6 yards, and that'll bring up a fourth down and long.
Well, that ends my theory of grinding out a first down and then getting some extra snaps for Edison. All right, how organized is the Free State sideline now? Play clock continuing to run. We've got to get the punt team out there on the field. There they go.
Clock down to 5, down to 4, down to 3, down to 2, down to 1, and just got it off. Nice job by the Firebirds and a pretty nice punt.
Pretty nice punt.
He fielded at the 45. It's bobbled there. And then for the Free State defense, Nick Breckenridge in trouble after he finally corralled it.
Yeah.
And 68 seconds remaining in this one, so just 1 or 2 more snaps, but more importantly, Craig, for Free State, a 2-0 start. And while it's a big win tonight, I promise you, the film that is watched, there'll be plenty of things to work on for Coach Stewart this weekend. That's the way. While there's a lot of things about this he won't like, he will like the fact that they're 2-0, but there's still a ton that needs to be worked on.
And you know what? That's the good news because he can have their attention. 2 straight weeks of scoring 49, great. But look, we got to clean this up, and so he can have everybody's attention and work on and identify some things to work on next week in practice.
And a handoff here to Ben Johnson on 1st and 10 from the 43, and Ben gets 5, maybe 6 to the 48. And maybe one more snap, and that will do it. Certainly we wish the best tonight for James Drake. If you're joining us late, the lineman for Shawnee Mission South taken off with what appeared to be a very serious leg injury. They took him out of here on an ambulance. His teammates went over and all gave him some high fives as he got off the field, so hopefully his spirits were okay. And then and hopefully physically he's okay in the future as well. Clock down to 28 seconds, 2nd down and 5. Another handoff to Johnson. Scampers for a 1st down into Firebird territory to the 43, straight ahead. He'll move to chains, and that just should probably do it. Stop the clock to move the sticks. And I'm not sure Shawnee Mission South wants to run another play. Clock is rolling, and that will do it. But Craig, all in all, another impressive night for Free State. And while the start was good and the 3rd quarter was really good,
right,
but a lot of other parts to work on.
A lot of stuff to work on, and coaches actually like to be in that situation. You won them both. You hung a lot of points on the board, but you clearly have things to work on. You can point them out to your kids and make them understand we did well. We can get better. We need to get better.
Firebirds win it 49-14. Let's take one last time out. We'll come back and wrap this up from a victorious Free State Firebird field. Anything you want to talk about?
Dash, I think had a good game at running back